What is happening to the birds, the animals, and the insects? The End of Eden, Wild Nature in the Age of Climate Breakdown by Adam Welz, an informative book about the evolutionary changes of non-human species. For instance, warmer oceans and rivers are increasing fish metabolism, increasing their need for food, but they can't find as much because it's been destroyed or it's overfished. Hotter temperatures increase the amount of time certain species need to keep cool, sacrificing the time that they could be hunting for food for their young, and the young end up malnourished and dying. Hotter temperatures increase disease. Winter ticks have 2 extra weeks to find a moose to latch onto, and 47,000 ticks are being found on moose, which are starving. Migratory species flying from the north to the south may arrive 2 weeks earlier in relation to a food source. And if that food source isn't there, they end up malnourished. Hotter fires are burning the soil and organic matter, leaving nothing but sand and ash, which easily erodes into streams, depleting the oxygen and killing crayfish and tadpoles. Welz states that humans continue to emit greenhouse gas emissions without considering the needs of non-human species. Many climate crisis books focus on the consequences of how it affects humans, but they ignore the non-human species. Every species has its purpose in our ecosystem. Losing them limits our success. We forget how much non-human species have benefited us. Food, pollination, clothing. We've learned how to fly, build, and adapt, and they show us when the ecosystem is out of balance. Welz states that our societies were built with nature, and advancements came about due to climate stability. And then the Industrial Revolution started, which gave us many benefits. But it went into overdrive and ended up making the climate unstable. Due to deforestation, development, and pollution, animal species are struggling to survive. And hundreds of thousands of years ago, when climate change had happened, the non-human species had 20,000 years to evolve and adjust to the changes. But now, 100 years is too short of a time to adapt. In the 1960s and 70s, we were all working together to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. But then the fossil fuel industries became greedy and sent out misinformation to sell their own product to make profit. 40 years later, they still are discouraging climate action. And the banks and the government have joined in because they want some of the profit too. So they continue to subsidize billions of dollars into the fossil fuel industry and allow new oil and gas wells. Failing to make meaningful lifestyle changes now leave us fewer options in the future. Welz states that in order for our ecosystem and humanity to survive, we all need to start working together to expand our thinking beyond ourselves, to think of the consequences of what we do, and to honor the rights of all species. The End of Eden by Adam Welz. Well-researched, fascinating read. Thanks for watching. Keep reading, and have a great week.